This picture was taken in the mid-80s of ASEAN scholars residing at the Hwa Chong Hostel in Singapore. As a former ASEAN scholar studying at Raffles Institution, Dr. Shankar Pasupati had come to Singapore in 1984 as a Secondary 1 student at the age of 13. That period of his life helped him build close and lasting friendships with his fellow scholars as well as Singaporeans, which he has kept and cherishes till today.
That was the point of the ASEAN scholarship. I guess when you bring people from different environments and you throw them in the same place, and they kind of live and grow up together, especially in their formative years, the early teen years at that point in time. That's a time when people just kind of bond because they need each other to survive. The relationships that I formed at that time when I came as an ASEAN scholar are the strongest relationships that I have today.
The Singapore government offers the ASEAN Scholarship to students of the 9 other ASEAN nations, awarded to students from junior high school to university. The scholarship not only seeks to equip them with important skills for their future, it also brings them together as part of an ASEAN community early in their lives.
Lau Kok Keong was 15 when he was awarded the ASEAN Scholarship in 1989. Now a father of 2, Mr. Lau recalls that while he had obtained a better cultural understanding of the different ASEAN countries through his interactions with his peers, he had also realized that they were rather very similar.
Being part of this program really opens up this understanding. And actually, the more we interact with them, we realize that we are so similar when initially we thought that we are so different. And in the end, we just get together, play a game of football or basketball with each other, and actually you see no difference at all.
In the boarding school, we actually have this event called International Night, whereby different nationalities actually showcase what their culture is by putting up performances. I was able to understand that actually we are quite similar in terms of our culture.
When you bring young people from the different countries together to really interact with each other, that is putting the face behind the flag. So it's not just knowing about a country in the abstract, but really having a friend, as it were, from that country and understanding that country's history, geography, religious situation and cultural situation through the lens of your interaction with a person from that country.
Besides scholarship programs, students from individual schools in Singapore take part in collaborations with schools in another ASEAN country. Gan Eng Seng Secondary School, for instance, as part of the Singapore-Thailand Enhanced Partnership or STEP program, has a strong partnership with Suan Kulap Witayalai School, the oldest public secondary school in Thailand.
So through this twinning program, it gives the students an opportunity to apply what they have learned about Singapore, about ASEAN countries, through forming friendships with their Thai buddies, immersing themselves in the Thai school system, which I think has developed in them a greater sensitivity to other cultures and other customs.
My overall experience has been a unique and fulfilling one, as the different components of the program actually help make this possible, like the homestay and the camp, as well as the immersion.
I think one thing I've learned about Thai culture is that they are really warm and welcoming. So one aspect would be the homestay. When I went to their home, they actually welcomed me very warmly. They were really friendly toward me. They actually treated me like I was one of their own children.
What I have here is one of the souvenirs that my Thai buddy gave me. It is a photo that symbolizes our friendship that we made during the camp.
I get to learn more about their history and also get to interact with people from the locals there actually. And this is not something that I would actually do if I was just a normal tourist.
Students from Anglo-Chinese Junior College too obtain a rich understanding of life in neighbouring ASEAN countries when they take part in community building efforts overseas. Participating in such projects can also prove to be a transformative experience.
The objective of the overseas program is really to help our students understand more about overseas communities, also for them to both serve and to learn from the process. The Cambodia program is with one of our partners, the Methodist School of Cambodia. It has been ongoing for about 2 years because it really allowed us to learn more about the real needs of the Cambodian community, such that we can serve in a capacity that helps them to meet their needs.
One campus housed students from about the ages of 7 to about 18. So the older students tend to look out more for the younger students. And also for myself, because I have siblings and I also have juniors, it made me want to look out more for my juniors and also show more care and concern for them. And through this trip, I learned that I was more inspired to learn more about the Cambodian culture.
Individual students can also play their part in fostering better cultural understanding. Ms. Vendela, a Singapore Management University student who hails from the Philippines, has organized business and cultural trips to Manila to dispel misconceptions about the Philippines and to help her peers better understand Filipino culture.
Overall, the feedback was very good. I was quite pleased. People even expressed interest in participating in Barkada, SMU Barkada, which is the Filipino Cultural Club events in the future. But probably the most touching thing was one of the participants after the trip. She wrote an email to the OrgCom and myself expressing her gratitude to us as a team for giving her the opportunity to explore the Philippines through our lenses and to get to go on such a trip.
I think all these scholarships and the interactions that are being facilitated under different regional and bilateral processes do help. They may seem disparate activities if you look at them in the individual context, but put together, they are all trying to achieve what the aim of ASEAN has been, to really bring the people of the different member countries together in this shared endeavor.
Whether it is a scholarship program or a study trip or an education forum, all these different efforts taken as a whole bring young minds in ASEAN together. And as they understand each other's cultures better and forge closer bonds, there is much promise of a more cohesive, integrated ASEAN as it heads into the next half-century.